You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen to we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday, 10 to 11 o'clock na morning, na all Liberty Online TV platform them.
Salon, they take action for every mama and every pikin. Together, we go reach zero. We all for take action. So no mama no go die where it give life. No pikin no go die from preventable sickness. No pikin no go left behind for take maclate. The race to zero, they on now.
But zero no go happen by chance. If you na mama or belle woman, take action. Go na clinic early. If you na papa, take action. Support mama, care you picking for maclate. If you na chief, take action. Encourage belle woman them for go hospital for the well body one. We all for take action for save the life of we woman and picking them. So join with today for take action for reach zero. This message they come out from the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
We will bring this edition come to you this Monday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. It's Monday and at the 10th day of August 2026. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show, today we know say members of Parliament get for done the debates and votes on the electoral amendments for the Constitution. This morning, we can discuss that. We don't say yesterday the president being give a speech to say talk to the members of Parliament for ensure say whether they go na the well today, whether they ready for votes. May them vote the country. Say may they not vote for political party. Say let them not vote for but let them vote the country and the people of Sierra Leone. Well, we go for a look at that day today. Waiting people for expect. We go discuss inside this edition of the program. And also, you remember say Friday, President Bio been give a speech to Parliament. Also, he go tell the nation waiting and waiting in government zone do so far. We can look at that speech today. The priorities them way been focused on the promises them way make if they're really good for Sierra Leoneans them. We'll discuss that inside this edition of the show.
All right, this and other issues them. Well, today we get three big issues we'll they look at inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. As an all member from Friday, His Excellency the President being go do the state opening of Parliament, and that's now in second to last state opening. As always, President Bio can talk to members of Parliament them, talk about the things them way he don't do, and make promises for the following year. Some of the things them way he want for lay premium on. But before President Bio in state opening of Parliament, so many things them the be done they happen at Parliament, especially when it come to the Constitutional Amendment Bill of 2025. We see also with members of Parliament them spend long hours. This not a thing where they usually they do, but when it come to this Constitutional Amendment Bill, they don't they spend long hours, they debate, they look at clause after clause. If you not remember, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Alpha Sise Bingole before them na Parliament 23 pages of electoral reforms them where the government of Sierra Leone wants let it adopt inside the 1991 Constitution. While the MP them don't they review them clause there, they don't they disagree and agree on some of the clause them for almost 3 weeks now. Well, today na the defining moment. Today na the day where the MPs then they vote for a particular clause where don't be a bone of contention between the opposition and that of the ruling party in a Parliament. This clause gets for do with the electoral system where the country for use. This clause gets for do with the threshold for let somebody become a president. This now one where don't be a bone of contention between the two political parties. Well, today na the defining moment. The APC get the numbers, the ruling SLPP get the numbers. Waiting go be the speaker in decision. How they get for votes. Now then things they are going full today na the well of Parliament. And a lot of people don't they pay attention to the MPs. Liberty TV for the past 2 weeks, so don't they give them the opportunity through the phone lines the way wiki open for una send messages to una MPs. We don't they tell una say una text una MPs them tell their una position because now una then they represent na the well of Parliament. Well, today na the final day where the MP then go decide whether if na the PR system the country go begin use for conduct elections, or if na the simple majority when na the 50+1 na go be the threshold for become a president. That's the members of Parliament them go decide today. But yesterday we see the leader of the opposition at Parliament member. He said all man join them in fasting and prayers. He said let the country pray for them. Let the country fast for them for divine intervention.
Is that what we need?
I don't know. Honorable Abdukago right down there yesterday in social media who say let we all fast and pray. I see people in the drag them na social media. Some man they say they don't even collect. Why the need for come make hypocrisy for ask people them for low fast and pray for them. But maybe
It's interesting, you know, when I see Honorable Abdukago in post, they asked people yesterday for use the Sunday for fast and pray because today Parliament, they go make a decision where the public already don't get a position, people don't call, don't talk, organizations, they don't go left them position papers. Left with then the members of Parliament, they now for go vote and decide what thing go get for happen. And interestingly, just they ask select people fast and pray for them. It's funny, don't get me wrong, I'm also a believer, I believe in God, but some things are just natural. God not come out up can make any decision for person don't get. Now you supposed for do the right thing. It's not bad for selling them fast and pray for waiting God for happen today. It's that serious, but also it's a decision where you get for go make you conscience. You for just don't talk to the conscience of your fellow members of Parliament. If I were you, ask them for, do waiting and conscience they tell them for do, because even when you want for do wrong, your conscience they tell you say, what you they do so, it wrong. So if I just don't speak to the conscience of fellow members of parliament, then maybe that's for them better. Because I guess when Seb done they follow from where it post to now, I don't know say that spark a mixed feeling na the public eye. But however, we dey wait for see wetin and go decide for do today. We know say yes, God go get for day with them, the people and self day with them, and all eyes are on parliament this morning. But the APCB don't tell we say then get systems in place for ensure say
and then pulled a press release last night, then still maintain them position on the first past the post. We go talk to CDI at Tunis later on inside the breakfast show. And I see again Usai, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, the press secretary Yusuf Keke Thomas Sandy, then they pull bit by bit the Cowan report. Usai then say the APC they agree for the PR systems of election and also the 50+1, and even now the now chairman of the All People's Congress by then in a Secretary General, Ambassador Osman Fode Yansane, now him been signed that particular document day. So now I see who say the press secretary and the Minister of Information, oh, they can't talk to just now, they go back and pull bits by bit.
But should it be waiting the APC or the SLPP say or want, or what is good for Sierra Leone?
No, that President Bill said yesterday. President Bill said, let the MP then not vote for this government.
Shouldn't be APC versus SLPP who wants to win. It should be the interest of the people. Sierra Leone for the speak at this time, not speaking in favor of my party, in favor of my party. It should be just one voice. They rally around the interests of the general public. But wait to see.
Now, be silent, they fly up with it. Then they go pull this.
It's quite interesting.
Then they go pull this document.
Yes.
Then you see other people there from the All People's Congress. Then they say, "Lo swear, lo course." They say, "Lo course." All we MP them. The one they will go vote otherwise today, because if this 50+1 left like I did, so the APC go remain in power forever. I don't know the dynamics from their own political lens how they say, but I'll join Chair Noba, where now the Minister of Information and Civic Education, and also now the official government spokesman. Good morning, Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister, you there in your religious mood this morning. It's like you join Honorable Abdul for fast and pray for them.
We always my big moment for the country. And on that one day, I not disagree with them. But I think say as soon as say this not God already show God already show the direction. The Latin people can say the voice of the people is the voice of God. And this is a moment where the people don't speak for years, for 30 years. The people of Salon don't talk, say they want reform, they want to change this constitution, they want to improve them, they want to make them more inclusive, they want to make them better for the people there. And within that moment, they were people their voice for talk final in parliament for get the reform we want.
Let me go back. We see Usai, you in particular, with the press secretary. When they go way back to the Justice Cowan report, reminding the APC of some of the things them where they be agree on, trying for tell and say, this not start today. This whole issue of PR system, the presidential threshold, now things them way them been done recommend through the Cowan committee, but now then seem for the act otherwise.
Not to we actually doesn't mean the president. His Excellency the President in his speech make it clear the most compelling arguments for every single word in this reform. Now that's not to President's BO or the AG Alpha CC proposal. It's now a product of long-standing historic conversations. Lome Peace Accord, Pakaba. The recommendation was clear. 1999, we for review this constitution for make it more inclusive, for we get a more participatory democracy. And then, Pakaba starts that process there. President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma set up, and President Bio make this clear, the most inclusive consultation for a constitutional review in the history of this country. Over 10,000 consultations, not so 10,000 people, 10,000 events and in conduct. Very include bar association, journalists, political parties, distinguished Sierra Leoneans like Honorable Ambassador Ousmane Yansane, the current leader of the APC. They all then come together. They listen to so many points of views and then resolve and come up with recommendations. One of them recommendation then they in day-to-day inside the constitutional review. But the AG makes something clear in the parliament. He said the source of the reform way before parliament today are two major processes. One, the Justice Cowan Constitutional Review Committee. Two, the tripartite. Both of them one and they being get the full participation of we brothers and sisters in the APC. And now the major recommendations, all the one that they talk about, so I read the release yesterday. You say who you stand depend on who you sit down. But in this case, like I don't call, like a president bill don't call, let us not consider politics. Think about how people they mean team up, how they mean where they not mean they think of their own personal favors or within the benefits they not them day. Justice Cowan, now the best term nanny because no tension not been there. All man be involved. And the recommendation means say PR. On the 50+1, my brother dictator just Fitzgerald JFK. He be even come up with a bill where can go parliament in 2017. The APC in position in tripartite was that we will move towards 50+1. This is not a written position throughout. And then following all them two processes, the AG being agreed as part of the we get a moral guarantors, and we said, set up a technical committee. We're going to look into all the provisions them. We then go agree. I will tell you now today publicly say that committee then not just be the meets, they be the whole retreats there. We have all the notes from there and inside all them process then they had a consensus. Waiting day before parliament today, that waiting APC agree with the people who they choose. That are the major provisions. We move towards, as I said, Justice Khan, PR. We move towards for enshrine women's representation. We move towards for make sure say we avoid political violence through runoff, wasting money and all that. And we say we want 50+1. Long held positions by both the APC, where we agree with, and importantly by civil society. So that journey they would try for remind people and say APC one for tell we say today let all forget. They will all lost we brain. Let all decide say we will not get memory again. But as a country, we own job now for remind the people and say, actually, these are solid proposals. They're not partisan. Not so President Bioka them proposal here. They don't live for 30 years, long consultations. And we are at the points now we indeed we will move on from them conversations here and move towards enacting the reform, although I agree say we need in the country.
Exist for over 30 years, and it's obvious a lot of things don't change within that period. The government feels say the 30 years document so they talk about so now una still stand the ground of maybe dead or una want for accept say change don't happen within this period where perhaps make some people don't turn from waiting them in believing earlier.
No, change they happen every day. And in politics, we can offer acknowledge them change in day. And actually, Mabel, now because then change and they happen, make sure say we set up tripartite. Now because then change and they happen, make sure say we set up that technical committee where they refer to. We then sit down and say, okay, this no make sense, this not make sense. We agree on that one and day. We come together. Now that one in the AG puts together and submits before Parliament. Now, also because change the happen, make sure say with people's representative in the parliament, they also they debate and then they continue for amend. I see some people in the strenuously get a completely different debate than waiting there in front of the people of this country where parliament they vote for. Parliament get power for make certain amendment and they don't make the amendment and this has been a very transparent process and for comment on the media, I don't cover a live. We don't go to 2 in the morning. Anybody who will watch, you dey watch every single stage of this. None of it has been held for say behind closed door, for say this na kukujumuku. No, Kawan, 10,000 consultations. You cancel tripartite, an open process. We make them public. We make every single provision in the public. The AG has been a very transparent AG. Then air, it explain parliament, run are all live. So yes, we agree say certain things and they don't change. And that updates the for affect the fundamental need for reform. And they say two major things. One, my sister them. We don't forget a country where you get 51% of the votes na Freeton. Now you get 100% of the seats. Where you get 60% of the votes na Makeni or Bo. Now you get all the seats. What does that mean? The 40% of people who support APC or SLPP na Bo, they don't get no reason for go votes. Then feel they say, like I vote safe. I don't say I will not get forget the majority. Therefore, my voice not go matter. Therefore, my own representative not go ever day. We will continue to forget a country where if you see you say you're an MP for Bo, we will not say na SLPP. If you're an MP from Makeni, we will not say you're an APC. We don't want that. We want let the 20% of people the way they support APC na Bo, let them say get a representative. If now 1 seat or 2 seats, let them say get them. Let the country be inclusive. Let the country, let we make sure say we get reserve seats them, or we impose a system where they say the 30% where jury will not approve. We guarantee them for women them. We not get a system when the loudest voice they no more they win because now they're no more loud, they no say minority no get space. This na system we don't debate for years. Where Ambassador Yansane signed that paper alongside Justice Cowan and others say the best for the country. Me and half men, I can always like for quotes me the proverb. They say, Chief, for make law, the tell we at one. The tell way we make the real law, we will do the true consultation. Now, from that time with the Justice Cowan period, we will say this is not the best system. 90 countries plus around the world say PR is not the best system. Now, I agree with the one way they say, actually, with PR, implement yesterday, we need to make sure say we strengthen representation. We need to not get closed list like how we get last election. We need to remove Shobri and Kandong so we get more parties and inside. So we can get that debate today. But out in my mind, in the mind of everybody who don't look at this system, say the best option for the country, we will move the country to a more inclusive society. We will get more voices there reflected. Now we will get a PR system. That's simply what we do now with this review. And the APC don't support in the past, and then the civil society don't support in the past, and then the women's manifesto, the women's groups, all the 16 recommendations what they've been do, the women's manifesto, each and every one of them, the AG don't incorporate them. It's now a brilliant set of reforms. So they move the country go forward. And after we pass today, inshallah, the country will begin to understand the details and will say, actually, Parliament and the people of this country, the government like our President Bill say, we don't make the right decision, we will move this country go before.
President Bill yesterday morning, where he addressed the nation and talked to the MP them, it clearly shows say the president they encourage everybody not for put politics inside this particular decision. They encourage everybody for make this decision from a patriotic lens. But when you look at the arguments where the APC they push forward, now that if this bill pass like I did, so especially on the 50+ threshold for presidential candidates, they put on as an advantage. Ona go dey na power until thy kingdom come.
I think say the importance for law no say the 50+1, like I say 2017, the AG of Aneskoma in government, President Aneskoma, kego a bill na parliament and say the best system for do for the country na 50+1. I sure say at the time they not been think say if they do an SLPP no more go win election till their kingdom come. 2, tripartite. When are the most recent political conversation, the conclusion inside the tripartite. Read the recommendation. By the way, in the tripartite recommendation, some of the recommendation they will na SLPP or the government agree with. Some then they will na APC no more agree with. Some then they will all agree. When it comes to 50+1, a part of the recommendation where all parties agree and sign to, who don't care go forward. And we all agree, say, in this country, going forward, for save money, for avoid unnecessary runoff, for avoid violence, for strengthen the democratic process, for go by waiting and call international best practice. I want to look at for ourselves. Majority of countries around the world get a system with either simple majority or, like I would say, 50 plus 1. We mean so so you get at least the majority of the total votes cast across the country. And a basic democracy. This has been a long-standing position, and I believe say the people of this country, not the vote say, oh, now no more good in power. If we not do well, if we not deliver, the people who vote we out, just like our APC not been delivered enough for them, then we vote they out. This is a simple debate we will be we don't get an agreement, and the best practice, now waiting good for the country, it will save the country money, it will move the country forward, and I don't believe that the argument they will say, oh, again, Nana make present, you say, no, make this about waiting good for one person, waiting based also is sit down now. Let us say waiting good for the country based on the position we don't articulate for years. This is not the APC them position. Just a few weeks ago, this is supposed to be the best outcome for the country, and with a call on them and the MPs them for let them vote their conscience, for let them vote for Salon, for let them put the best interest of this country because they're not the right provision landed.
Just say the APC already don't take a position, Mr. Minister, because you see them press release where they issue last night, they still maintain the first past the post. And we talked to a member of the technical committee will be meet with the AG Natoke Adi Macaulay. He said they don't put measures in place for ensure say what will be happen with the voting pattern for remove the Auditor General and not happen again. Una na the SLPP, una get the numbers for pass this bill today.
As you see, we don't follow the true democratic process. In a democracy, you make your arguments, we allow the people's representatives for votes. Yes, then they vote as members of parties, but then the first oath will then take now for defend the constitution and vote in the best interest of the country. For suggest say we don't take measures away outside of the democratic process, I think say I will let any conscience for deal with that. We believe in law. We believe in the process we prescribed by the constitution of this country. And the president be proud of now they don't do. It go as far as immediately coming out of parliament, it speak to the conscience of the nation. You make an argument. We believe in a democracy, you make an argument, you allow the argument for win. We will believe in the substance of the arguments we get. We will not believe in trickery, we will not believe in kukujumuku. We party, we government, we position. And for look at the people of this country and say, look, now you have the position, come on. This is the reason this is a position. This is a historic moment for the country. Take any constitution of the world, the best constitution, the oldest constitutions, they don't continue to amend them and revise them for fits the era and the time where they're in, and for make the amendments the way the people the term need. We brought out Adi Macaulay. I see a post yesterday say APC unwavering position. I don't challenge you on that. It's not true, as I don't make it clear. And so when they say APC put out a statement, we never know. Sometimes by the later today, APC will put out another statement because, like I don't tell you, from Justice Cowan days, APC position the change. Every few days, then position the change. Every few days, just a few weeks ago, technical committee, they had a different position. Sometimes, inshallah, before the day done, then we'll get a new position again. So sometimes it's very difficult for pin the APC. What do we know? That the principle, the substance of this conversation is that we not impose any new ideas. We take the ideas that we all do agree on. We will all been saying that the best interest of the country. We not sit down to calculate what's best number for we. We sit down to calculate what's best for the people of this country. And then now we take forward. And we trust the parliament, we trust the people of this country. So they will put pressure upon the parliamentarians and say, we're going to vote for what's good for we all. And we hope say parliament will do that today.
Una and the APC, Mr. Minister, Una they play politics with this whole bill and Una want for use as a political advantage just for win elections.
Well, I don't say still pay attention to the process and look at Una don't change in position throughout. The position has been stable. We've been very consistent. President Bill from the way kind of power I say the constitutional review process don't start about 30 years ago. I intend for complete that process. The AG go to parliament and say this is not the first step. We do the electoral reforms one door in time for the before, so we'll get enough time for put stay in place before the elections. We say the source of every single reform will only be two processes. The Justice Cowan report when our APC do, and then we get the majority of people inside it. We accept them wholesale. Now we take tripartite. When we and then do together, we don't stick to waiting in and then two documents then they. We don't focus on that. We don't go to parliament. We don't be consistent. We don't talk to the people clearly. We don't explain to the people. President Bio can on air he say, no vote for me, no vote for my party, vote for what you believed in the best interest of the country. But you hear the APC argument, oh, if this happen, we'll not go kind of power. So would they play politics? It's very clear. We they think about it's a moment in history. It's waiting best for the people of this country. Who that day we go there against proportional representation? You really want let possibly get 51% of the votes, you get 100% of the share? It's a simple question. You get forgo parliament. And I see APC the arguments where they make. Like, by the way, I make we get councillors. This idea of we forget possibly directly. That's why we get councillors. We get different kind. So the constituency-based system with the councillors. The way camp and parliament system, it's just expanding the way you think about it. And there are two ways you can do it. One, you make sure say the people who the party they place, the people that don't vote for them before. So you can do preliminary voting. When are people in the place, so based on the number we get, that's why you do not the list. It creates again individual direct accountability. And then you avoid runoffs, you avoid violence, you still get a representative system, you still get women's votes. I think most of the conversation, not a focus on the substance. It's just a focus on, if this happened, and then I don't know who get seats. No. Over 90 countries around the world, even more if you take about different types of PR, then they practice PR. Years ago, we agreed that this country is in a PR in the best system for we. Multiple times, we don't get 6 elections now, about half of the elections in we don't use PR in this country. We see every time we use PR, we get more women's voices in parliament, we get more inclusive representatives across the different parties and different parliament. The evidence is clear. We want an inclusive society. We want a more democratic society. And then our position, then they don't be APC in position in the past. Today, last night, they don't change their position. We hope say because they're capable for changing their position, then go change their identity.
People in memory now the 2023 elections because now the PR system the country being used. You just begin make mention just now of wins them way una believe say now wins and then the way happen because of the PR system. But let we look at a broader picture a bit. Even at that, the woman them way una don't they push forward say now again to the nation. Some of them even believe say for let you name come na that list. It also around how you dey na you party, the one the way they select, the one the way for come na the list, how they favor you for like able for appear na the list. So for look at a broader picture, waiting you as a government information minister go say na a big win for the nation because like the president say yesterday, this will be a win for Sierra Leone and not for the APC or the SLPP. How Salon don't win 2023 to now where we use the PR system?
You make a very good point. Two things. The most direct winner that we get more women in parliament, full stop. There's an image where they go around where any Sierra Leone and any Asuna and women are feminists. I did that sector for a while. It will make you proud. SLPP, APC, MPs, females, they all come together and take one beautiful picture. It represents the dream of every Pekin at this country. Not so long ago, now 1, 2, 4, 5 women in the parliament state. Today, you get so many of them. A direct product of the PR and the reforms which this government don't make. But you make a second point, how women get on the list. I make a say, first, we agree on the PR. Second, the type of PR. If we move from a closed list system to an open list system, get a primary first. Make sure say, for like you even at the list, you go to your people una vote based on whose level they dey. They will agree say 1 man, 1 woman, 1 man, 1 woman. But when you say points 1, whether they did points 1, the man will get the highest vote, or if not the woman get the highest vote, now the number 1 at the party list. The one will get the second highest, and the number 2, or the man or the woman based on the sexes and all that. There are systems where other countries don't put in place. where they take care of APC then critique. If then critique is simply about, well, then they go mean say people will not be directly represented, we cannot guess that. You can simply do a primary and get people and for vote for whether they are the list and out in the day. So nobody is disenfranchised. So now the people are representative, they are the list. And then you submit that list there now. So it's not a closed list. You know, you give the party on unlimited power. So you will make sure so we continue to maintain the number of women that will get a parliament and even increase them because our ambition and for increasing 30% at the start. Nobody know they will look at that outcome there and say not a wonderful outcome. With parliament is better, with parliament more inclusive. Now the second point, which I don't hear people that don't make say, well, I see my brother Thomas Dixon say, well, all the arguments has been defeated because we get less political parties that will apply the PR system. I don't know if Thomas Dixon a political science if you study, we've been in at the Great Albert Academy, if in our arts stream maybe there. But we will study small political science. I will tell her, actually, I will help her. The only reason we get the outcome we will get, and by the way, we don't do PR in the past, we don't get more other parties, smaller parties in parliament in the past. This time, the threshold was too high. I think we get 12.5. So that threshold has been too high, and I'll be a very specific kind of election we get. We can change that. We can reduce the threshold. We can go back to 4%, to 5% as a threshold, and encourage smaller parties for try. That's up to us in terms of the system we will practice. But the fact of the matter is that when you do PR, the only chance with third parties truly get, small parties, we then truly get, for let them get a voice, for let them voice matter. Now, when you get a system where if you get 10% of the votes, you get 10% of the seats. If you insist on say, we'll just keep a system where you get 50% of the votes, 50 plus 1% of the votes, you forget 100% of the seats. That they not even align with the way we'll be thinking as Salona. People who believe in sharing, who believe in a fair system, who believe in a just system. First past the post are the opposite of fair, are the opposite of just. They say you will just get the majority, you can disenfranchise and pull the rest of the 49%. They know they get no voice throughout the next 5 years. And then they go mean say people don't get no incentive for the go vote again. Then go say, we know say an APC get for win. So it basically becomes such a safe seat. I don't get no incentive for go vote. I don't get no incentive for go by any town hall, become a voice no matter. PR, they change that. It means say like on a small, once una come together, una organize, una voice go matter. The honorable go listen to una go get una representative, it will make the democracy better. That's not the argument we'll get.
In all of this, the people in voice matter, Mr. Minister. And by una observation, what in the people they want? Because this is not about politics, just the question you say, and waiting President Biodon continue for remind the MP they about. Based on una observation from all where this conversation begin, you might not do a survey, might not get the raw data, but you are talking to people, you're on social media, you see how Sierra Leonean them respond to this PR. What do you feel say the people they want? Is it the PR or the first past the post?
What I don't always say as Minister of Information is that I try for avoid commentary. So I go to the facts. The fact is, the most comprehensive consultation we don't ever do been produce one outcome. Justice Cowan, they may get 80 people in that committee, then go all across the country, then get millions of voices there, then come to one simple conclusion: PR. TRC say we need a more inclusive democracy. We come back to even the post-tripartite recommendation. Oh, before that, the Women's Caucus, the Women's Manifesto, then consult, then look at what thing will make woman then become, then get then stronger voice, and then say, for there we do this, now this country, we put out the flyer yesterday. They were clear. They say PR. So you ask me about the waiting people they want. Not to social media, just to shout the loudest voice here and there. And they talk about the people across the country, where they don't talk to them, where they don't engage them with the right information. Then conclusion has always been waiting best for this country will be PR. And I need to guide this government. I need to guide President Bio. That's what. Look, if we do any other system, if APC decides say, okay, power they know the votes today, they're not going for do this, we still get option for continue for use PR, like what we don't do in the last election. We just want a system with fair, with predictable, we don't all agree on, we don't say long move forward for reform. We still get option for continue for use PR, but we want for stick to the rule of law. We don't need to be with premise from day one. And I want to just say one thing, if you allow me, Khadija. This same APC, and the minister will not appoint electoral commissioner until we pull them reform here. Now we don't go, they take the very reform them forward, then they direct them votes. They want this, they don't want this. So if we been go by waiting and say by now, 30 days we sit on the way to, we they get closer to the election. And you see the electoral commissioner just don't care going to report to the president, we don't move forward. Now make I say APC na a party where if you like say since 2013, every few time the petition, then they change their position. We at the SLPP, we at the government of Salone, don't consistent, we don't listen to the people them, and we don't think about what's best for this country, waiting all the experts they don't tell we for years, and then they will go by.
Mention say even if the APC decide not for votes, una gets an option for go back to the PR system we will be used in 2023. We can talk to Honorable Barry just now, but before we come to him, I just want to ask this question based on what you just say. What are the fear where government gets about retaining the first past the post? We make una the stress on this PR system. What's the fear about the first past the post?
Zero fear. No fear whatsoever. The government of Salone, as I don't say Pakaba, from 1999, they say we need 4 updates to the constitution for make it more inclusive. Then we set up a constitutional review process. President Koroma did that. The conclusion of that, signed by Ambassador Yansene and members of APC today, was that waiting best for Salone. We not get no fear. Any kind of system where APC adopts will beat them. We're very confident of that based on the results we don't deliver. We vote any kind of system.
Mr. Minister, if you say fair, waiting the first past the post.
Because not so not the best one for the country. Because we will go back to a place where we get 5% of women in our parliament. Because we will go back to a place where we get somebody na Port Loco or a swing states like Kono, you get 51% of the votes, or you get 100% of the seats. You could disenfranchise half of Kono. You go to a district to side people and they get some good number, 40%, but they not get no representative. Because when you get power, when you dey in position of power, you need to be guided by fear, you need to be guided by advantage. You will be guided by what is in the best interest of the people, of the country, and if you always commit, say, at the time when you're doing at that position, there, if you move, the needle will go before small. If you move for progress. Simple, 100% Bill say. It started 30 years ago, you get a commitment, say, as a country, we're not for the one process for 30 years. We're not complete them. President Bill don't take so many of the initiatives here. We take all the big reforms, death penalty, criminal libel. We don't talk about them for years. Each one of them, women's empowerment, youth empowerment, each one of them reformed them. If not by fear, we're not for don't do it. If we don't say, oh, journalists then go continue for cost the government and all that. But President Bio is not moved by fear. President Bio is moved by commitments for make this country better than a meter. And we believe very clearly, based on all the experts, which I don't explain to you, that we think will make our democracy better and more inclusive. We think will move away from tribalism, from regional politics, from district-based politics, from stronghold-based politics, to a more inclusive society in a PR system. And we could push out all we had. Whatever the outcome, we're ready for it, and we believe, say, Parliament will vote in favor of yes.
Honorable Ibrahim Barry, where they're about for go na Parliament now. Honorable Ibrahim Barry, na a member of Parliament representing the All People's Congress. Honorable, yesterday morning, His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, address una. Inside the address, one thing we stand out, he encourage una where una they go vote today. La una no vote for la una no vote for this government. La una no vote based on party line. But la una vote as as patriotic Sierra Leoneans. Firstly, how una take the speech of President Bio, where addressed the nation yesterday and also address una as MPs?
Good morning, Kadisha. Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, Sierra Leoneans. And good morning to my brother, the Minister of Information. I think after the President making address yesterday on the constitutional amendment, late in the evening, we party being published a press release in response to the President's statement. So in that press release day, we party make categorically clear that we welcome most of the progressive reforms where the constitutional amendments bill advance, and then for Sierra Leoneans, we don't they follow from the pre-legislative hearing where we lead an parliament, Honorable Abukabo, make and clear with position that we support all the progressive reforms we did. For example, we welcome wholeheartedly the 30% allocation for women in electable position, and we commit towards them. We welcome wholeheartedly the issue of diasporans for participate in the governance system. We welcome wholeheartedly the neutrality of the security sector, and we welcome other aspects then. And the two contentious issues then where we disagree, where not only we disagree on them according to tripartite recommendation 78, based on all the engagements, then they may call for a national dialogue on the for let's say unions them contribute on whether we should go by the first past the post constituency system or the proportional representation. I would say one of the biggest constituencies in this country, in the religious community. You know, I would say 99% or even close to 100% of we people in this country, in the religious community, we are either Muslims or Christian. The Interreligious Council and position paper make them outrightly clear that they are in support of the constituency system, because it bring the people closer to the representative them, and it give the people the opportunity for directly elect them people them and hold them to account. And once they're not okay with them, they get the power for change them. And then the paramount chiefs then we do a presentation where they say then the support for them will go back to the first past the post, because despite the few advantages of the PR system, the PR system don't make some of them chiefdom. They don't know who that for call. For example, me a direct example in Bombali district, who they represent the constituency when a constituency 037 Central Makeni. Now it's today. Me and the honorable, my sister honorable Katri Zainab. So what happen? We get one constituency when our constituency 034. Usai honorable leader former IB Kabo represents when I've been called Mapaki. So we not get direct MP with commodity. So waiting they happen. This constituency gets two chiefdoms. You get Mapaki and the Safro Kolimba. Always then two paramount chiefs say I can call me. Say honorable, they say now you then send to we. Now you then send to we who can get things that we need for talks honorable. I can find it difficult for tell and say, yes, I am one of your 8 members of parliament as per the district block. But not to say I'm directly responsible. Now we all 8. So up to now I declare that confusion. The people they find it difficult for understand them. And the civil society organization, these are facts. Like how my brother they say. The civil society organizations say when they vote, I think Masala Samba been doing that presentation there. Among themselves, majority 57.something% if I get it right, been votes in favor. Then say the advantages then we make them decide for choose them because despite the few advantages the way the PR don't come with, but it don't pull the people far away from the reps. Today, in Port Loko district, we get constituency 68, 70, and 72. We don't get direct MP we come up from there, including Lusar. Also, you get mines and so many critical issues them. Now, Bombali, Lekusa, I just say 34 no get representative we directly come up from them. Now, Tonkolili district, constituency 049, no get direct MP we come out there. Western Urban, free to also they are so today. Constituency 117, constituency 118, constituency 119, constituency 120, 121, 122, and 123. None no get direct MPs there. When you get constituency, there we get clustered MP. For example, Longley gets the Honorable Deputy Speaker, Sawa, my brother, and then they get Mahmoud Kamara from the APC. You go Moriton, then get Honorable Mari Conte and Usman Simbu. Yes.
Another side of the arguments we don't happen since this whole amendments bill debate's been starts gets for do with the fraction of the public we don't say the PR system generally, according to them, is good. Waiting on a parliament for ensure say happen. Now for define the rules as to the type of PR way best suits the country and other thing them where they don't bring up. You not believe say as member of parliament, there instances and the way you don't give say community people and they we not even know the members of parliament. You not think say na arguments where whole water say now for define the rules and the type of PR way the country for use na the problem.
Well, you see, we respect people and opinion, but there is a saying say if something not broken, you don't need for fix them. You know, people for ask themselves why the SLPP under former President Kaba allow we for go back to constituency system in 2007. People for ask themselves that question there. Because naturally, with constitution, the one who they use, section 38, we prescribe how would they elect members of parliament. It choose, it recommend for a constituency system, first past the post. In 2001, immediately we try for wrap up the civil war for get peace and for going to 2002 elections. Because we not been get a data, then can a parliament through the leadership of the then President Kaba and pass what you call 38A in the constitution, where allow for let we do a PR system, also we not get constituencies. So it becomes an emergency situation. We only for use PR in an emergency situation. But also we get data, we census data available. We don't need PR. And this model, let's say you now, Mabel, not to like say now we no more they use this model. With people who in near Naya, they use this model. Nigeria, ask how Nigeria they elect the members of parliament. Now true first past the post. Ghana, how did they elect the members of parliament? Now true first past the post. The Gambia, Kenya, Liberia near Winaya. Uganda, Zambia, Botswana, they all are true first past the post. Britain, where now we did them by democracy. How did he elect the wonderful members of parliament then at the House of Commons? Not true first past the post. The United States of America, how did he elect the congressmen and senators? Not true first past the post. You don't ever see in America or in UK or any part of what also calls Ghana for begin put people in by district and say, will they take the one the way they this that by this percentage? No. Then give opportunity for people and for elect their representative and directly in a designated constituency. You know, so this argument where people let it push, like I said, back to my argument. If President Kaba by then under a leadership, this now SLPP president, no matter what, and be one for say continuation of the SLPP, but because he respect the laws and one for allow people and for choose the direct representatives. 2007, now what we now system we use. Also the constituency system. The only reason why the SLPP they push the PR system, let me tell you this. Now because they want to get more seats. It is nothing. All these arguments that they go and make so say how now because of they give chance to woman there. And that argument they Sierra Leone answer not to fool them again. I they give list of countries them again where they practice first past the post with more women back. They get boku woman then at the system. Tanzania. Yes.
If you're saying the SLPP they push for the PR because it will give them more seats, why is the APC pushing for the first past the post system?
the APC is pushing for the first past the post system for give the people of Sierra Leone the opportunity for directly elect other than one for representing a designated constituency. Let me tell you this, Mabel. You know what will happen at Kailaun? The Honorable Lolo Tongi, where I think with Honorable Quincy Salia, then Honorable Sheka Samai na Pujeon. SLPP not give them symbol in 2018. The people then come meet them, then tell them say, they say we na una we want. Even if this party no give una this symbol, go stand independent with the support una. They went and stood under independent candidates. When they stand, the people they elect them. Honorable Shaka Samailolo Tonge then can this parliament as independent. Kono, when they don't tire with the two major political parties, C4C was created. They elect C4C. Cambia, they elect NGC. So what in that show, we've been getting more diverse parliaments, and the Dixon talk yesterday, nothing wrong with what Dixon say. So they under the PR system, when they claim say go give chance to more political party. Now I must stay na parliament, not just SLPP and APC. To be honest and frank, una want for good democracy. We wanted to a multi-party democracy, different voices. Is this what we are okay with? So for go back to what in would tell una and the position. This is not the position just for APC. What in they talk so about women's representation. Tanzania get more women than a parliament under the first past the post. Uganda gets more women than a parliament. Tanzania get women than a parliament with special women seats. Uganda get first past the post with reserved seat for women. We already get the GUI. Let nobody not distract or confuse the arguments. We don't get the GUI. We don't pass and collectively in a parliament. Unless we go with first past the post, every district they get 30%. That means like Bombaliwa this so now. When I 8 seats day, we forget minimum 2 women there. Even if the constituency system, it means we reserve seats. And what's in the advantage we don't need the crate? Like where we sister, the SLPP female MP die na Kenema so. The possible replace and now the next male on the PR list, na man na replace and so na minus for the woman there. But under the constituency, we put reserve seats for woman there. Even if a woman pass away, the two all the political parties only get right for nominate women. So now woman back the replacer. So me they assure the people of this country say the women they are more protected under the first past the post pass even under this. So say na PR give chance to woman they look at the argument they categorically clear.
Honorable Barry. Yesterday, President Bio addressed Sunan through a nation's address where he do, and today on set for go vote. Although members of una party say they don't put some safeguard measures for let una do the right thing. President Bio address get anything where it change for una as members of parliament?
Yes, His Excellency the President, the fountain of honor, and the symbol of unity. We agree with him on some area. For example, we agree with the President. Also, it talks say, let we vote for stronger democracy. Let we vote for a system where they promote accountability. So we agree with on that side there. And that make we believe say the constituency system it provide accountability because they give a chance. Also, people they don't elect this person, and then see say that person they know they work. No, they represent them well, and then get a chance for replacer with even if not independent candidates. The SLPP, the 2018 election, then win Lumley seats, win our Honorable Tawa, then win Aberdeen, then win some areas, even at the north. So not so like I say the PR. Now, in no more the enhance smaller voices. All the major democracy, including the one that we will learn democracy from. I don't give you example of the UK. I don't give you example of America. We know they entertain that discussion. They say you get countries there now, they know we will practice proportional representation because of the nature of how their society they did Germany and others, Australia. You understand? But here, no, let people not take this again from APC. We don't commit to self say we did get conversation, national conversation. We religious community don't say, nah, first past the post they want. We paramount chiefs them, when are we traditional authorities there, don't unanimously endorse say them. The PR don't distance them from some chiefdom, they not get what they call today. Then we civil society, where I think the media owners, most of the parts of, don't say the same thing. So there is nothing wrong, and that is why President Kaba, the then president and leader of the SNPP.
But honorable, documents then don't show say on a party during the Justice Kawan committee, they suggest the PR and on a now chairman, when I be the Secretary General, Ambassador Usman Fode Yansane, be signed to this. So why would not change now?
So that argument, it shows say indeed the APC will respect the independence of them committees then they. And the Justice Kawan committee, when they say the committee, people they misunderstand. Not to APC committee. Justice Kawana a then respectable figure with judiciary. And then the composition may include SLPP, and may include senior journalists, and may include media, women's organization, young people. So then then do all those consultations, radio programs, and get feedback, and they recommend a consideration of the PR system who we don't experience 1996 and 2002. But for recommend and for accept, now two different things. With the white paper we come on, did we accept? Did we accept the PR? So they say they recommend this even then now. For them.
So what it don't change from the time where una recommend the PR? What it don't change? What it don't change? What it don't change from the time una recommend the PR and the 50+1 now the Kawan committee to now one they kick against them to close there.
Well, law get them straight. Not to we recommend them. Not the committee. And I tell you, say the
but una agree to the recommendations, right?
No, we don't agree. Agreement means accepting.
But una then Secretary General Ambassador Usman Fode Yansane append his signature on behalf of the APC.
You the append, you know why you need for append? It just feel by way the published election results. Una to the party agents we did it. Una the sign. Even if you the law safe, you the sign for saying a credible process. The append what we append because we participated. We been get representatives and at the process. SNPP been get, civil society been get. So of course we have to append. We have to, for example, the nomination of the electoral commissioner. We not be agreed, right?
So are you denying your then position, Honorable Barry, as a party?
No, we are not denying. We are not denying. I'm giving you facts. Now, facts are the give so Khadija. The committee recommended. And then the white paper, the government position we come on. He accept, huh? No, he did not accept. So for recommend and for me, it just feel are there right now. So many groups and recommendation don't come on, so don't go back to the first past the post. But waiting then choose. They are choosing what best fits them for political convenience when at the PR system. So let we not say APC we don't agree to this. No. We don't agree to them. Okay, the only thing, the recommendation, we are part of the committee. The committee they recommend, and then the sitting government of power in consultation with other groups can choose what is best fit for the country. So let we get down the streets, yeah. Not to let's say, and we get what you call in public policy contextual factors, circumstances they change. Now, reason make President Kaba we go with PR in 2002. We are just coming from war, and we not been get the system by then for able to delineate constituencies. So after all that has been said, we go back to the constituency. So it is the same thing. So what do we tell the people? Back to your question we asked. We welcome the president a statement and we will support him. I make a press statement yesterday. We are in support of passing 30% minimum for women. We are in support of the diaspora and for participate. We agree with the president. These are all progressive reforms. But USA will not agree with the SLPP and the president, and USA will ready for vote wholeheartedly today against. We will vote against the PR. The PR need the pass today, the 50+1 need the pass today. Because even if you add the number of the PCMPs, worst case scenario, and Mohamed Bangura and Thompson to the 81 SLPP MPs, they are still less than the 2/3. So that's why let nobody not dream themselves say that PRA or make is going to pass today.
Is this a challenge where they throw to the SLPP? Because for the Minister of Information, still get Naya in belief say it pass today. Is this a challenge they throw to them?
The good thing, and let me brother, he is one of my best brothers. Both of them, the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, and then the Minister of Information is my good brother. But I say this to them. The 2/3 in line with section 108B, we require 2/3 for law amend any clause in the Constitution. We say if na entrenched clause in you if you go referendum. That 2/3 day, they know they get them for pass the PR and that 50%+1. The reason why they don't get and they not get the number. And I tell you this for anybody who doubts the APC, say, hey, that's them for this, we don't happen, we'll be see some of una. We have a strategy that they cannot beat. We have a strategy, not a single one vote from the APC will cross carpet against the party position today. We are allowing the people of Sierra Leone to elect their direct representative. While doing that, we will maintain the GUI Act will provide for 30% women's representation. We want the 55% for remain. We want anybody for be president of this country. You forget a wide national base so that every voice will be represented. So therefore, we will assure with people and right now parliament are there. We don't can the interview directly at the place. But we are preparing to have our final debrief, our final meeting. We are going into that well with one voice. We are the only main opposition in the parliament. So therefore we represent the large set of Sierra Leoneans then for ensure say power is not concentrated. People not for use the constitution as a license for consolidated time now office.
I want to take you back quickly to the issue we get for do with the Kawan recommendations and we be commutes. According to you, una not be agree on that position there, but una been there part of the committee where recommend say the country for go back to the PR system and use them. And the last time I checked, when you say you recommend, and if you're part of a committee where recommend, now for tell somebody say they place a thing or that particular thing the way they talk about so it good and it needs to be done. How can you be part of a committee where recommend if we for maintain that definition of recommendation was a thing where good and needs to be done and now you the shift say you are not part of it? How is it possible for recommend and not agree for waiting you recommend?
So for answer your question now, I want for ask the tripartite committee when our SLPP, APC, and international partners then we serve as moral guarantors. We not get a particular recommendation. We recommend say we forget a search and nomination committee for reduce the powers of the president for electoral commissioners. Where we can a parliament, you know, Honorable Bashiru Siliki and most SLPP MPs they reject that recommendation. So a committee can recommend, somebody can recommend to you now maybe say, listen, I'm not giving out this family example. Somebody can recommend to you, say, maybe one, you can get a sister where you go now a parents meeting or a family member, then go agree on that school, they say, we want let the picking and begin at 10 afternoon shifts because of this, that's in the morning, the risks of this. But when they come to you, you can consult your whole family, you consult you, man, you say, no, we want at least the picking and let them go in the morning. So, back to what in at the try for say recommendation and then the acceptance is different. Even what in them they talk so technical committee go not okay this that you know go just get 1 or 2 3 people who go represent we wanna go and get a conversation and you feel certain people and they get the power for accept the position of a whole political party.
Honorable, the practical aspect of this now. The time when they make this recommendation at the CRC under late Justice Kawan of blessed memory, the APC been rejected to another committee they before they agree say now then they push them forward na the white paper. Una been rejected na the committee.
No. I not get that detail. I not get that detail. All which I not would deny to you that the committee recommend that is true for consideration for let them consider the PR. And then after consultation now, the government dismiss that and go with the first past the post. Now that's make the first past the post we get in 2018.
And quickly, now just join Minister Siba for respond to some of the things that way you say before let's go and can talk to Alhaji Alpha Khan and CDI at Tunis. Minister, you don't listen to the Member of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Barry. One thing where it throw a challenge to Unana that Unana go get a single number from them as APC MPs and for then get a strategy where then they implement today for ensure say this PR and the 50+1 not pass today.
Sorry. Okay. You get me now?
Yes, clearly. Go ahead, Minister.
Okay. As I say, Honorable Barry, Nami young, Nami small brother, and I get beaucoup love and respect for him. And I think say people then for pay attention to everything we don't say today. And I will just say I rest my case. If you listen to him, the arguments we make against PR are very interesting, consistent with waiting at the evidence. And by the way, Pakaban are the most law-abiding possible you ever come across. Now, SLPP posting, that's what our party is. Now, I make you go back to first past the post because none did the law say. But when you look at the recommendations we even Pakaba and others make in terms of waiting rights for the country, have been PR. You say, oh, we protect woman name, not to PR they give woman name, but the data clear. We get 30% woman name now. We'll get PR after the jury bill. Before that, the highest woman we don't ever in our parliament was about 12%. The data clear, and make no point about how they will be for change for ensure say we get woman name strong one through the first party. So APC waiting to happen to them right now, then they struggle. Then they say, now so we say, but we not say this, now so we take and so we adjust them. Take, for example, what he say about recommendations and then sign to the recommendation, but they not accept them. Just because we recommend, no mean say we accept. I think anybody that listen to that go actually agree with the position where I just make say APC no side and stand. Then they try for adjust. And I think my brother even admits them. He used the word say he just feel by them. We not agree for the search and nomination committee, but now then they choose what's best for them for political convenience. That is for me an admission that then they can do that. Because on the search and nomination committee, it's actually in the bill will present to Parliament. And the idea of Parliament where the one violates today. Now that members then can belong to a political party, but ultimately when it comes to vote, then for vote for their conscience. And in commitments now just now, they say, then they make sure say them party position, not to the people in position, not waiting good for the country, are waiting good for them party. I want the people then pay attention to how they make their arguments in there. Because I think the argument indeed then waiting with man call the instructive. They also say that at the end of the day, then go vote against PR, then go vote against 50+1. I they plead with them till they say make them vote. Not allow the votes. Not allow let the democracy happen. No vote. Let people listen to all these debates we don't get. Let people listen to this argument. And even where they talk, they say it give 2 exceptions already. So you don't claim say people and clearly they're not them party. We don't agree. What's made them forget all them boku meeting here for go underground, for threatening people there, for swear people there. Now because people they know say them party from years. Them position different from what they take today. Today they don't decide for stick to political convenience and then they struggle. Now I also notice say the board not mention no substantive arguments on the 50+1 issue. You know mention no substantive arguments because on the 50+1 issue, APC it don't be the written position for years, including coming out of the tripartite. This was their recommendation. And then my brother says something that I find absolutely spectacular. For months, we spent time on the post-tripartite and say we'll not follow all the recommendation, we'll not do this, we'll not set up this committee, we'll not set up this committee. And he just say on air, just because we set up a technical committee, we not then agree say for sets. Me, I be the part of the meeting in there. We then put all kind of pressure. We agree. That committee, they will spend time, will spend money, will spend resources. The committee agree. Me brother, they on air and they tell the people of this country, say just because them people and they win at them pick, go represent them, we agree, we take the agreement. Say that means they're not bound by them. Would I go ever take APC serious again if that not in position? Say, oh, let's set up a committee, let's go consult, let's go work on something, go agree and we'll take forward. Wait, after that, then now the official spokespeople in the car on air and say just because they do that, no means say they for be bound by it. What's not the point of the committee then they? You pick competent people in a party, lawyers, then go sit down based on your past positions that you signed on to. Now we take them very position and in their own words, because of political convenience today, then they come back to the people of this country. Then they use party strategy for stick to party position based on waiting them party get forget or waiting them believe say they will forget. I think this is a big moment in the history of this country. I want people to listen to this debate don't get today. I listen to the words that who don't just say naya. People that listen to President Bio's speech, people that listen to the AG, waiting we don't call for as a government. This was not our position in the past. And as he said, President Kaba, when I be the law, you go back to first past the post. That was the law. We contested. And APC no run away with the election because of that. We don't win some, they don't win some. But we believe waiting best for Salon. And then the President Bio called for. Waiting best for Salon. For years, at the position of the two parties, when they're not in a power, when it's not convenient, when they think about what is right for the country. Proportional representation, they go advance inclusion, they go move the country, go before, they go make sure say, my brother come on McKinney, I know say a very, very committed boy. They come on McKinney, but you know, say for example, McKinney, me ain't una fuller. We get instinct when it comes to minorities. We understand the idea, say just because una boku pass, we know means say una forget all the seats. In the system where they advocate so, first past the post, where you get 51% and you get 100% of everything. It's not fair. And you mentioned civil society and all that. I don't mention say the most extensive consultations ever undertaken, or not under political pressure by all the groups, even after tripartite, the consultation that was mandated was done by consultants, paid for by UNDP across the country, and not come up with the conclusion within the claim. APC did not get a leg for standing on this issue. They don't continue for flip and flop and change their position. And that make today, inshallah, members of APC go vote in conscience. At least a few of them. We hope, we call on them, and then we vote for getting right for the people of this country. We will move this country go before.
Minister Cherno, waiting at the faith of this bill, because it clearly shows say the APC don't continue for challenge una. Since last week, we don't bring different people from the APC in these studios, then continue for hold on to them position. They challenge una say this not get for past today, because if even una get all the paramount chief MPs then on a side, una know they get the numbers. Waiting at the fate of this bill, and Honorable Barry just don't reaffirm say you know the past today.
So I want to mention two things. One, you just mentioned say he quoted the paramount chiefs, but you just tell me say all paramount chiefs representing all the districts across the country then get for votes. So let's allow them to vote. If they want to make their position based on paramount chief, their position, well, paramount chiefs are actually going to vote in parliament. In our own system of democracy, we get paramount chiefs in the vote. Let's see where they will vote, which system they will vote for. We think will promote inclusion. We think will continue for strengthening their voices. But secondly, I actually think it's a good thing that we don't continue for challenge each other in these debates. It's good for our democracy. As Minister of Civics, it's good for me. As we say, Honorable Bayi and I, whoever come between me and two. I'm a brother. I like him. I love him. I believe he's one of the outstanding honorable members of parliament. We disagree on this issue, but we can get, like how they get so, a reasonable, fact, issue-based disagreement. The country continue to see the maturation of a democracy. But on the specific question of what will be the outcome, that's what democracy is about. We don't do the work. We don't explain to people. We don't break them down. The fountain of honor, the first gentleman, after parliament, he come back, he do a direct statement. That statement they don't put in multiple languages. The people of this country, they know what to stand for. We don't make am about party. We don't make am about the country. We don't say this process will agree say for do am from 1999. Even the APC then statements so then count you see that they say they want this, they want this, and want this because they know say the thrust of this debate is about progress. Nobody go deny that. Every country in the world will not adopt PR now because they wanted greater inclusion. My brother say, oh, PR not they give you greater inclusion. The numbers not the support. I know that. Me a political scientist. It's clear. The numbers will not support him. And PR, the whole idea of PR, even the English meaning of PR, is proportional representation. We mean say you will get this proportion,
Minister,
this number, this pie, you will be
Honorable,
represented.
una they push this for gain more seats. Una they push this whole PR for gain more seats because now that argument the Honorable Barry they push.
Which is a sad argument. I make her say, I make the border I lack in honesty because he say that the party position that they go with. Because then they think of seats. President Bio, they think as a statesman. They think of women's voices. They think of minorities in the north and in the south and the east. They think of smaller parties. They think of what will make with democracy reflect the country. What will make sure say just because you get 51% of the votes, some side, no mean you get 100% of the seats. What will make sure say citizens, the young people, them get desire. Say, you know, it's in who say one go vote. We forget reason for vote. We voice for count. Just because we go vote and we will not get the majority yet, no means say they will continue for ignore we for the next 5 years. And then we they think of. Then they think of how much seats then go get. Who they think of what will move this country to before. We will lose seats because of that. Because we get majority, for example, Southeast and Stronghold. If na first past the post, we go clear out it. But we know say APC, for example, and other parties are capable to get 15, 20%. Now we district like Go, like Moyamba, and then we get 20% of the seats. That's good for our democracy. And then in our position, we take and say Freetown. We believe say you go able forget representation. The people of Freetown are a very diverse place. We where they live, for example, mountain rural. We where they live hill station. We where come on eastern. The people of Kaniki and all that. We once mean say if you get 20% of the votes, and you know you make a big argument about was it 2101 or 2109 and call you get stuck in the old ways of thinking. These constituencies are not created by God. They were created by man. It's just about updating within your idea of constituency. It's just me a Freetown boy. I can represent Freetown. I care about the people in Aberdeen. I don't want to live in Aberdeen. I'm a Freetown boy. It's just the idea of waiting they constitute a constituency. And as I've said, you can also update the ways you get on the list. You can create a system within the party and say, we do primaries. Inside these primaries, we get a representative from all the people here. Each old constituency line will submit a name and then people can vote for them. Because ultimately, really, that's why we have councillors. We get then council and the representatives that for go and represent you people them. Take part in the debate, move the conversation forward. It will reduce the pressure even on MPs. We've had these debates. And the studies are clear all around the world.
The APC, now they see all of the advantage here where you just don't explain, so then just don't shut their mind, say no PR, if not to first past the post, we are not doing this.
Because unfortunately, APC, as my brother don't make it clear, they only think of what go be them party convenience in the next election. And they think short term in this minute. In my opinion, I should say, that nine don't drive the way where they don't approach this conversation. And really don't push it for approach them from a national perspective, from the historic perspective, as I say. Historically, from their own Common Constitutional Review Committee, from we own processes that happen, from the Women's Caucus, from the MPs who vote, the parliament chiefs who vote in Parliament. And by the way, parliament chiefs have been part of the Common Constitutional Review Committee. Now they all be agree on this. This is not the time we will not be in the middle of any conflict. This was a moment of peace, a moment of calm, with people in mind clear. What they choose in a moment of calm normally is what you go with. We see that the studies in the suggest as well. So the argument whether they make against PR, I continue to say, they are not so illegitimate arguments. He made some really brilliant arguments. He's a very brilliant man. But these are arguments that can be incorporated in a PR because he's not making the point against PR. is making the point for against PR as was practiced in the last election. And so the evidence in the last election, we only get 2 parties because the threshold was 12%. Just reduce the threshold. It's not that difficult to do. Again, people who pay attention to this and listen to the fact will come to a very simple conclusion. PR will ensure say, just because you get 51%, for me, the argument is the most compelling argument. Just because you get 51%, no means say you for take 100% of everything. And then call kapu kapu. First past the post is the kapu kapu system. PRC, we get 30, you say get 30.
At this
50,
stage,
you say get 50.
we know say the members of parliament them they ready now for going to parliament. And clearly the APC don't tell una say they're not going to give una that votes we go make una get 2/3 of the majority for get a win for the PR system. If things remain as they are right now, what happens when I not get the 2/3 majority?
As I say, we don't do a work. We believe, say, by the way, not to win any votes for. This is not a vote again. A process when I then starts. Justice County report will take, and then starts and then inputs the day. Tripartite, now we and them.
Mr. Minister,
So, yeah, so I'm just saying,
Mr. Minister,
they will vote again.
Mr. Minister, this one where you say now then starts, you are Honorable Ibrahim Barry in position. It clearly distanced themselves. He said the sign where Ambassador Osman Fode Ansane been signed by then as the Secretary General. Now just for acknowledge, say yes, it be attend committee sittings, but that not to them position. Let's be clear on this.
Yeah, but you know, say that you know go pass muster. Any reasonable person who say me brother they struggle on that point day. The committee was a committee, they had a position and they make their recommendations come forward. And again, on the 50+1, by the way, it was stated it was APC's position. AG just Twitter. The APC's position was 50+1. Technical committee na the APC. So again, I don't know. Then again, he will say no. Then it be only the people who have been signed. No, APC again. They are going to struggle on this question. So I know I forbid me brother too hard on that one day. I think say anybody will listen to that they're gonna say that it's almost laughable to say we'll be part of it, we'll sign, now we'll set up the committee, now we'll get majority of the members, now we'll submit the recommendation, but no, we'll not agree. You know, that no longer for pass muster any side. So let's focus on the substance. And we're waiting what happen today after the votes. Today, we believe say then go vote, like how the president don't call for. In the interest of the country. We just need a few APC MPs for stand up and vote and conscience. We pray to God say, then they go happen today. If it don't happen, it's still part of the democracy. We will continue for focus and look at within the constitutional review. It's a long process. We get all that reviews that we will take forward. But I will remind people that APC been say, we'll not for even appoint electoral commissioner until we enact then reform here inside this very tripartite. We've been there. We continue for move forward because we know say APC sometimes and they set up committee, then go technical committee, they agree. Sometimes they even sign by the recommendation, and then they come back, they can't talk say, no, we've been signed, we've not been agreed. The country they continue for go before. That's all I would say.
Honorable Barry, before we wrap up with you now. Honorable Barry, you don't listen to waiting the Minister of Information don't say. He still encourage you now for votes for democracy. He still believes say if this not pass, if una will continue with electoral, then go continue with other electoral reforms them under the constitutional review process. But a quick one to this argument, now that 2023, the country be use the PR systems of elections, and then we can go the Public Elections Act to Nana Parliament for amend them and adopt the PR. Una party been challenged this at the Supreme Court, but una be lost some. Women say the country will still use PR in 2028.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Khadija. Like I say, the people then are again for being the true judge. The people then are they will be the true judge. Yeah. My brother, where I respect so much, I admire him so much. He get the most difficult job today in this country because he's the spokesman for this government. You know, and then he's doing what he needs to do. But he makes something where he say the constituency, if somebody gets 48, that person gets 51, it means they ignore all the 48. So the 2018 election results, the runoff, President Biobin get 51.81%, and then Dr. Samura will get 48.19%. So what do we get for say about that? Democracy is about the majority voices. You they consider in the distribution of resources equity for ensure say all other sectors there are represented under the constituency system. SLPD MPs we are there, independent MPs we are there, you have SLPP mayors and district chairperson from other districts and region. It's all part of the different voices. Now that makes we even get decentralization and all. Our argument is in line with the arguments of the paramount chiefs, the civil society, and most of the other people. And they tell you, many Sierra Leoneans don't acknowledge, say, the reason we make SLPP, they continuously push for this PR. Mark you, according to we press release yesterday, we tell the people of this country, say, we there in support, and all the one that we participate in with debates, and even the committee stage, we there in support of significant portion of the amendment bill. We want for pass, for joint government, for pass, for make it into law that women therefore get minimum 30% in electable position. We also want for change the law, for allow with diaspora and community there, for participate in we election systems and governance. All those we agree, political neutrality of the security sector. So we welcome, and if we pass some of that, then it progressive reforms. But you cannot impose the constitution a living document. Presidents they change, political party they change, ministers they change, but the constitution is a living document. We then get for reference. You need to change the constitution for enhance your position, for consolidate your position and power. You know the work now that make the
so honorable the question where I ask you now that if this PR not passed today as part of the constitutional amendment, there is still PR.
The people don't reject them through their representatives. It means the people don't reject them through their representatives.
So what if the ECSL go and say that they use the same PR when they use 2023 because we don't amend the Public Elections Act?
That will mean ECSL go against the people of Sierra Leone.
But it is part of the Public Elections Act as amended. So they're not going to broke any law.
Let me tell you this. You know why the president, but always he don't come the state open, they don't talk to we don't get a standing ovation, we don't go. He still go and make a national address or talk to Sierra Leone and for plea. You know why the Attorney General become a bit frustrated? It's because they want the PR more than anything. And they know why they want the PR. I repeat this to you. It is because of political convenience for them. It is a way of finding a way to continue in power. The SLPP knows it today. We go into a constituency system and allow people for elect their representatives. I guarantee you 100 seats they need again at this Western. They will not be able to steal the 4 seats from Poloko. They will not be able to steal the 5 seats from Western Rural. You see? So now that's why they are doing everything they can. And the people of Sierra Leone know this. Today, if they do a national, I can follow on our programs in Kadija. I don't follow Amadou Lamran Abana Truth, where they allow people them for call. Let's go back to their recording and day. Most of the people they say they don't even understand the PR. Why do you want to fix something we're not broken? Why do you want to fix something we're not broken?
I still they ask the question about the PR system, so now we don't amend now the Public Elections Act where ECSL used 2023 elections. It is still in the Public Elections Act. It's not going to Parliament for amendment, which means it still remain the law. Now, if we go kick against this PR systems of elections, where government will adopt the 1991 Constitution, it's still the part of the Public Elections Act where ECSL they use for conduct elections. How na go maneuver that part there?
Like I don't precisely I don't answer you. Honorable,
you are muted.
Yeah, sorry. So we is still the constitution are the ground norm. We get for no than the constitution, any other law will come in conflict with the constitution supersedes. And the constitution now section 38 and 38A, it outrightly outline how they elect people to parliament. And 38 say we for use constituencies and constituencies. And 38 is in events we don't get the data like emergency situation like what be happen immediately after the war and that's ending. So any law will come in conflict with the constitution supersedes. For answer your question, Khadija, today the people of Salon when they say parliament, now the people them through the representative, they can decide so. And the Constitution, Section 108, and B, make a clear say for amend or any alteration of this Constitution for require 2/3. And if now entrenched clause, if we go to referendum, even after. So me they tell you say, even if they want to do that, any law the laws of the constitution supersede. But today, now the loudest, now that's make the president self calm and make a national address even after a state opening. Now that make you see me, brother, they try their best. But I want to say this. I'll tell somebody, say what you may. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, he has tried. He is also my brother. He has tried because he will be the AG way under him. That's how they legislate. Then some of them progressive laws there. It's still success. Let nobody not judge and say it failed because of this or that. It is still success that we are going to make law now. Put under the constitution for let women and be represented. Whether not first pass the post on our PR for let the diaspora community participate. But we know they impose a system wherein people they get chance for elect political parties for vote for symbol rather than individuals. We want to give people the chance for votes, even if the independence they want, as we see with Sheikh Asamaiden, with the Lolo Tonge. So back to that question there, the constitution supersedes, and I tell you, today will be the most significant one, and I believe 100% that the people of Sierra Leone, through their representative today, will reject the PR system. And my brother have been talking, say, me no emphasize on the 50% plus one. I think say I emphasize on and maybe not being getting clear. I say we represent a society. We get different regions, we get different tribes, we get voting patterns. Then we find anybody with the big president, let it get a broad-based national appeal with they enhance the legitimacy. And that's make if you not get and they send you to a runoff, we are in at least majority of the people, even from the opposition struggles them for able. Then they go compel leaders them. They not go just rely on in base. On a stronghold. You go need for go na other region them, other district them for appeal. You go need for get people and then they we call representative democracy. My brother, like I say, he has the most difficult job today. I have so much respect for him. I uncle to most of him picking them. But I think what they are pushing here, back to what I will say, is what majority of Sierraleoneans know. Participate or for me, and people they don't reject them. People they don't reject them on so many occasions. Let us allow people to have the opportunity to directly elect who they want and to hold them accountable. Let us don't give more powers to the political parties. The PR, if they give more power to the political party, if they make elect they don't want you. Even Khadija, if now you, the people they want now you don't go past all man. Then that list then go put you number 9. Then they put maybe where the people they know want, or let's say then put other policy where the people don't want. When you young people they vote for you, now you area where they where they know say Khadija a good person. That vote say they go first to that person where una no want. Is that a good system? That's a good system. My brother also referenced the paramount chiefs then. We know say the paramount chiefs then at the conference then talk openly say the PR don't left them chiefdoms and today with vacancies, then give examples them. The paramount chiefs that within our parliament, we have so much respect for them. And we believe they themselves will vote against the PR system because the PR not they give the citizens the opportunity for access the MPs and for hold them to account.
All right, many thanks, Honorable Barry. We join with this morning for state on a position as MP them as on a set this morning for go vote for the PR systems of elections and the presidential threshold when at the 50+1 where the Attorney General they propose for on a amend the 1991 Constitution. Quickly, we they go over to Minister Cherno Bar for wrap up with him. Minister, you don't listen to the Honorable MP, then position still remain the same. Una no go get the 2/3 majority, then no go for Guna that majority they end. You hear the question what ask when it come to the PR systems of election where they be already amend before the 2023 elections. Waiting at the future of Sierra Leone when it come to elections with these disagreements where at the 11th hour wanna continue forget with the opposition.
The SLPP is a law-abiding party. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in democracy. I make we don't do this process. I am a brother say president decide for give a speech just because he want the PR so desperately. No, the speech not only just about PR and about the constitution, and he respects democratic process. And the president believes in engaging the public. If we be proud for living in a democracy where the presidents they take to the mic and talk to the people and for convince them for make a case. Now again, signs of maturation of a democracy. A system where big laws they not be made behind the scenes just by a few people, but we don't put them. Jarang, everybody don't take part in this process. My brother say, if not to pay, I will not able to thief votes. Then I put local. I really want to let people pay attention to that way it talk. We not thief no votes in the Western area. Think about Freetown. We're all the Western area. My brother want to live in a country where one Green Party will get all the seats in Freetown, the most diverse metropolis. We will get people them. We represent over 40, 45, sometimes percentage in parts of the city. The system where they propose, where they talk for, we not first past the post. You can able get candidates where you get 30% of the votes, but then get 100% of the seats. Because all you need for do, if you get 4, 5, 6 candidates, then I feel like you just count first number each one. So you can count first with 30%, you can first with 25%, here you can first with what they call. Then you get all the seats. It is an inherently unfair system. My brother asked a simple question, say, but what about the presidency? It's a fundamental difference. Because here we talk about representatives of the people, where you get opportunity for representation. And then when you come to the presidency, and I make you say, even that, we're not going for just a simple majority. We want 50+1. That's the position of APC that they for years, at the position that they will. Any experts who don't look at and say at the position and they will for adopt. So we own position is consistent. We own position are for democracy, are for good governance, are for inclusion, are for the people of this country. APC don't choose for making the about them partisan position, about waiting will give them electoral advantage. But we believe say today, when the votes come up, the APC members of parliament, the paramount chiefs, we own MPs them, then go vote for Salome. Then go vote for a 30-year process for beginning and come to conclusion. One thing I want to let people realize, my brother say, and even the APC statement, they say plenty of the reform and the way they agree with progressive. Well, you either get for vote for all thing or you vote against all thing because they're part of one bill, now one package. So they vote first for the various provisions, but ultimately the votes get for be about. You get for vote for the entire electoral reform bill with the issue carries. And based on what he don't talk, these are progressives. They will move the country forward. Then we'll make sure so people in the diaspora have the opportunity for be part of the democracy. You go support dual citizenships as well for let themselves qualify for specific positions in the country. You go end discrimination. You go enshrine the Jewy bill. By the way, women's groups all over the country been say Jewy na be a good progress, but one follow put some part of the constitution. It go strengthen all them provisions. It go make sure say the country like us, so we not get kapu politics. where you go get one small party or one party no more, they get all the votes there in a place where you get different voices then. You go make sure say different voices and go count. And I don't see people that see this on the quotes a whole political science professor. I just read where they could say, well, because in the last election we only get two parties. Maybe but that is a simple question of threshold. We had a higher threshold. You just reduce the threshold as we have done in the past. It's a very simple political science equation. And again, we all agree, say we want inclusion, we want more voices for counts, we want a society we're not so couple society, we want a society who will get greater inclusion, we want to stick to the principles that we all do agree on. With parliamentarians and we enact PR today. We will now agree on the type of PR. We will mean say we don't get closed list anymore, we get open list. We will make sure say we get people that will vote first in primaries for determining the position where you didn't have the list. So you know go make sure like I say, oh people who don't know once and then go vote. No, you can actually address that with the PR system. Countries in the way they address that with the PR system. The PR will be in the best interest of this country. And today, with the trust the MPs them, with that prayer we have to be call for where they don't pray over the weekend. God don't speak to their minds. I don't say even me brother by himself, if they allow let go foot under within conscience, you think about always you don't call progressive reform. So they will find it difficult for vote against them very amazing here with them party don't support for years. And they go vote for the people of this country, go vote for the future of this country, like our president will call for, and we will get a new era in electoral politics for this country. We look forward to that. And at the end of today, we know say we'll get new laws, we will get the country go before.
Morning, Chair Ba, Minister of Information and Civic Education. From there, we come up on the phone line now. Let we hear it from the people. Today, the members of Parliament, they go decide. And like the President said in speech yesterday, for letting no member for votes for the political parties, but for votes for Sierra Leone and the people of Sierra Leone. Well, we want to get the opportunity for send you message to you members of Parliament them as now then get the decision so me and you get for go cast we votes. Now then they represent we and now then they go decide which system of election the country for go by. Waiting at the threshold for let somebody become a president. Then they do that voting day today. This na time for let you call the number plus 23274 200 545. The number they shown at the screen. Dial that number the way you call. Make sure so you keep to the rules of staying away from your device and go straight to the points. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show. All right. Number plus 23274 200 545. Call and talk to your member of parliament. Wait till you leader for represent you between the two systems them when they propose till then at the day for let them make the decision on whose type of electoral system the country for adopt and also the aspect we get for do with the presidential threshold. Call the number plus 23274 200 545 and talk to your member of parliament and tell them system of election where you believe say the country for adopt and also why. This is the opportunity where you get for call and talk to your member of parliament. We can send at the last minute them this for talk because after this session I not believe any other opportunity go there again because this morning then they go to the well of parliament for go make them decision regarding all these nights and where they don't spend, the debates, they argue, they put position, counter positions, all of that they go conclude them with the voting where they get for do. For talk to a member of parliament this morning now for make a know your position and waiting you believe say need for happen. Plus 23274 200 545. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and who side you call from, please. All right. With us, that's when you call. Please make sure so you come out from your device and not flash the line. We're not going to call you back. Good morning. Your name and who side you call from? All right. Would it the connection?
They get some technical connection
of staying away from your device and go straight to the point.
Good morning, caller. Hello, caller. Good morning. All right, you can call me on 073 522
Yeah, good morning.
All right, your
Yeah,
name and who side they call from, please.
I dey call from Kono.
All right, go ahead. Send a message to your
Yeah,
MP.
yeah. What I want to say to we MPs, let them vote for the country. Because if this is really genuine, why them not for make let them vote for the business separate instead of where the minister decides so either vote for them all or you not vote for them not. So they mix up the now people them for it itself. In order for let them force people let them vote for this particular thing. So we will not be able to these two bad laws. We will not be able. Instead, we will forfeit. Let them forfeit all, but let them not vote for this. Thank you.
All right. Hello, caller. Good morning. Good morning, caller. Your name and outside the call from.
All right. Hello, caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Move away from your device.
Good morning.
Your name and outside the call from. Go ahead.
I will call from Okupa, Mohammed Alibakama.
Go ahead.
Yeah. We the citizens we call the APC MP and STP MP make a go by the constitution. We don't need the 51%. We don't need the PR. So may they maintain the 55% and the first past people. We have to talk to both the APC and the SFP MPs. Yeah.
All right, many thanks. We take another call. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, please, go ahead.
This message now to the member of parliament, the APC and SLPC, and also the paramount chiefs, the head of the parliament. And also the PR system and all other things, also the political parties, and necessarily the people. But please, the members of parliament, paramount chiefs, now vote for the people. Now vote for the wish of the people. If you not do this, you will happy for you. And this message I get for them.
All right, many thanks. We take another call. Good morning. Hello. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Timothy. I call from the US.
Go ahead.
Okay, now simple to where the minister don't explain. You see, the PR they know they carry time full package. Now it tell you for lower the threshold for the representation, so other political party they can. But if you up to now, you know even tell you the threshold. So meaning a lacuna and a trap that one day. So we prefer the constituency based election first past the post because I go able to talk to me MP, I talk to me councillor. If I even bring development or proposal, who's are born, I go know that for call. But the PR not able to tell you. When it's a just only the journalists are on a tick, they say them go lower the threshold. When are they going to determine the threshold? They did not even tell us. It is not part of the bill. How are they going to do the calculation? They could only let's go vote the PR. So now I catch there. So we prefer first past the post as APC member, card carrier, and patriotic of Sierra Leone. We prefer first past the post. Thank you very much, Timothy from the USA.
Well, quickly we're gonna parliament. We just they hold on to the calls them force. We go come back. We just see a post from the minority leader na parliament Honorable Abdukago. We make a post na Facebook say he understands say then they block the APC executive them. We want for go na parliament this morning. They just put up na in Facebook page just now as a breaking news. Good morning, Honorable Abdukago.
Good morning. Good morning, Liberty.
All right, you just make a post, say you understand, say the security personnel them na parliament, they block on a executive, not for going to parliament. And you say you don't inform the police if this continue, una self not go inside parliament.
Yeah, so that's that. I mean, not before me. Not before me, they block some of the executive, them, let them get access to the web. And then they allow the SLBP executive them for the access. So now before them, I tell them all, see, if they continue for the block with executive, no PCMP, no they enter the web. If they not allow the executive for go sit on there and watch the proceedings, no PCMP, no they enter the web.
What exactly happen, Honorable? Because then period there where like they go do this kind of debates. Is it open to the public? Anybody were interested for go?
Of course, you're open to the public and quite apart from that, you cannot give access to the SLBP executive and block the APC executive. No. They do that. We proceedings then are public proceedings. Everybody they see the wall for what we today. And see how MPs then they carry themselves. This is the most topical parliamentary discussions. Now the country and the wall as a whole. So if for the public, nobody they not for prevent for get access. Once na stakeholder.
You don't bring this to the attention of Mr. Speaker?
Yes, of course, the clerk. I want to commend the clerk, because no sooner I call them, they candy and make sure say they just inform me say they don't get the access for go inside the well.
All right.
So I want to commend the clerk for that.
But then begin the reason why they stop them not for enter.
They say the instruction they get. They say the instruction they get say they not for enter.
Instruction from who exactly?
They get instruction. Most times they're not in side and get the instruction.
All right, many thanks, Honorable Abdulkago, for that clarification. They take 2 more calls, then we go straight to Parliament. As we tell Una Liberty TV go this morning for giving a live coverage and updates, but waiting exactly get for happen today, as today na a defining moment for Sierra Leone. MPs then they vote for 2 clauses they will get for do with the first past the post, and also then they look at the presidential threshold where then they propose 50+1, but the APC they reject this and they don't continue for maintain them position, say the SLPP no go get the 2/3 majority for let this pass the constitution. So Liberty TV will go for the day this morning live for giving a live update. So stay tuned to Liberty as they bring on all the beats waiting there upon a parliament. Good morning. Call and send message to your MP. We'll just take a few more calls. Then we'll go switch over to Parliament. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mabel. Good morning.
Your name and also the call from, please.
My name is Bakish. I call from Dubai.
Go ahead.
I just want to tell this parliamentarian and say let them vote for the people of Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone big pass both parties, and this is not the only opportunity we get for let we put Sierra Leone first. I'm not saying already SFP they do so, they just want for secure and for gain power. And the people of Sierra Leone are we can force, so let them vote first past the post. Right now, we are gonna bend us further with the screen, so we want for let Sierra Leone rise again. Please, if the MP they listen to me, let them vote their conscience. If they still do the wrong thing, let the members say judgments they come for them. Let them do the right thing, and God bless you all.
All right, thank you. We'll take a few more calls. Good morning, caller. Your name and also the call from.
Good morning, Liberty TV. Good morning, Sierra Leone. My name is Ibrahim Souri. I dey call from Kisi.
Yes, go ahead.
But hello, good morning, Liberty.
Yes, your name and also the call from.
On the picture, I call from Town.
Yes, go ahead.
Liberty, I went to the minister this morning, and the honorable member of parliament. One thing the minister is, there are people of Cameroon in the work for. And the PR system, you know, help the people of Sierra Leone. If you observe now, we get constituency the way they don't get member of parliament. So man, even know Ghana a member of parliament. So we look and say, we go back to the first past the post. Not for help any old political party, but that's good for the people of Sierra Leone. And when they talk, say, when the minister they talk, say, if they don't vote for the PR system today, there are ways for me to do PR systems in 2028 elections. If you don't say the constitution and the ground then any law where adverse to the constitution, not allow they stand. So the public election act, nobody above the constitution. Now that's what we want to say.
All right, many thanks. That will be the last caller for today. As to tell Una, continue for Watch Liberty TV. I will give Una live update from Parliament. Members of Parliament they vote today for two clauses. Then we don't be a bone of contention between the APC and the SLPP. Today now a defining moment. Stay tuned to Liberty TV as they bring Una live updates from the well of Parliament anytime soon. Mena Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.
All right, so many thanks to the production team led by Musa Kuruma, the tech room. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabade, so get a lovely week. And don't forget, we come switch shortly to Parliament for Leona get a live update on waiting they happen there today regarding the decision where Parliament they make on the amendments bill, where major thing within the look at they get for do with the threshold for presidential candidates and also that of the type of electoral system where they can't give for practice. Till then, have a wonderful day and goodbye. The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen. But waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them. To see them where they happen so we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday, 10 to 11 o'clock na morning. Na all Liberty Online TV platform them.
Salon they take action for every mama and every pikin. Together we go reach zero. We all for take action so no mama no go die where it give life. No pikin no go die from preventable sickness. No pikin no go left behind for take market. The race to zero day on now.
But zero no go happen by chance. If you na mama or belle woman, take action, go na clinic early. If you na papa, take action, support mama, care you pikin for market. If you na chief, take action, encourage belle woman them for go hospital for the well body one. We all for take action for save the life of we woman and pikin them. So join with today for take action for reach zero. This message they come out from the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.